watching this subsequently, make sure you comment, because I'll make sure to message you back. Okay, what am I talking about today? So hello to everyone out there on Instagram. Today, I want to talk about the lessons from the haters. Oh, that's a meaty topic. What are the lessons that we can actually get from the haters out there? Those people that may comment negatively on our social posts, the people that may speak negatively about us, the people that just make us feel a little bit icky and uncomfortable. Happy Wednesday to you too, Jack. Thank you for saying hi. Wonderful to see you here. So we're talking about the lessons from the haters. Now, here's the thing, right? I've been in my own business now for the last 10, 11 years. Prior to that, I had a 20-year corporate career. And over that corporate career, absolutely was fueled to grow, to get promoted, to take on bigger jobs. And what I've experienced myself, and what I've experienced from the clients that I've worked with over the years, is that as your success grows, and your success could be success in terms of your lifestyle, it could be success financially, it could be success in terms of the job that you are doing, it could be success in terms of your profile. Whatever definition of success is, as you start stepping up and achieving your dreams, the reality is that there will be people out there that suddenly turn into green-eyed monsters, or that hide behind these wonderful screens that we have and suddenly start talking negatively about us online. The haters are out there, right? There are people that just aren't very pleasant that may start commenting about you, about your posts, about your content, whatever it is, because of whatever reasons. So that's what I want to talk about today, about what are the lessons that we can actually get from the haters. Now, where this came from is that last week there were two things that came into my world where this was happening. The first one was from a member of my team. She's an incredible copywriter. She's really building her own business, helping some amazing clients, and absolutely committed to being that sort of 2IC to really elevate other people. But she's got an absolute view on the art of communication, and particularly has a passion of helping millennials learn to communicate more effectively with their peers, at work, in the community, as they grow their own careers, right? And she started to up the ante in terms of putting her content out there. And last week she sent me a message and she said, Janine, the haters have come out. And when she showed me and shared with me what was being said, it was actually really appalling. We've all been there. Hey, Margie Worrell, wonderful to see you all the way from the US. Oh, thank you, Margie. And well done you on getting your vaccination out there. We're still waiting here in Australia. You'll be traveling before us. I hope you're feeling well. My beautiful friend, Margie Worrell, she is an Australian that is now living in the US, an incredible speaker in the leadership space, and absolutely awesome in terms of the work that she does around building confidence. So make sure you check out her work. Just an awesome, awesome human being doing great work on the planet. Welcome, Adam. Oh my gosh, I should just come online and sit here for all of these wonderful comments about how I am looking. Thank you, Adam. Wonderful to see you too. So what we're talking about this morning is the lessons that we can get from the haters. And I was sharing the story of a team member of mine that has been starting to build her profile online, putting incredible thought leadership pieces out there around helping millennials particularly improve their communication skills with each other, at work, with their peers, etc. And suddenly, out of nowhere, slam, this hater appears online. And we were talking about how you handle that. Another example last week, an incredible woman that I have a huge amount of respect for. She's a single mom of 4 kids. She's an influencer in the PT space, in the physical training space. And again, her whole work is about helping other people step into the confidence that they need to train to look after themselves. And again, slam, another hater appeared commenting on her face and that she could do all of this stuff to make her body look awesome, but she can't do anything to sort out her face. What is this all about? It is bullshit, quite frankly, because those of us that are putting ourselves out there with an absolute intention to serving audiences, to helping other people improve, it's already scary. It's already scary getting online. It's already scary going live. All of this stuff happens, right? We have to face our own fears. And so the last thing we need is other people to slam us. But those haters are out there. So it reminded me of some work that I did in my book, It's Who You Know, the 12 key people that can fast track your success. I do also talk about, I hope you can see this, the 12 shadow archetypes. So the 12 people that you actually need to avoid. And this is what I was thinking about when I heard the story of my team member and this lady in PT. In this book, I talk about essentially 4 groups of people that we have to step away from. There's those burners, the people that just want you to become less. There's the underminers. These are the people that want you to care less. And there's those judges that want you to know less. And finally, the fighters that want you to do less. So there's 4 groups of people that are always working against us. The burners that want you to become less, the underminers that want you to care less, the judges that want you to know less, and the fighters that want you to do less. So these people are around there, right? The question is, how do you deal with it when they come at you? When they may comment negatively on your appearance, when they may comment negatively on your social posts, when essentially the stuff comes at you, and of course you hear it. Here's what I think that we need to do. I think, first of all, I think there's 3 choices, to be honest. The first choice is you can listen to it. You can choose to listen to the haters if you want to. The problem with that choice is that it keeps you stuck, because you will end up in this triangle of blame that is working against you, that is eating in your head in terms of negativity, that is actually getting you to question what it is that you're doing. And essentially you stay stuck. This is what was happening to my team member. She was listening to this negative comment. She was doubting her ability to step forward. She was questioning whether she should keep going. And of course, we listen to it, but you choose whether to really listen to it. You choose whether to really listen to it. I reckon the other thing that people choose to do is they fight it. You know, they literally come back and they comment, and it's that whole thing of who can have the last word. And it's literally this throwing backwards and forwards of insults. We've seen it in social media with trolling when that gets out of control. But again, whether you listen to it or you fight it, it's keeping you stuck. You stay still. There's no moving forward. It doesn't matter how many dreams you've got, what your vision for the future is, how awesome your work is. If you go into fighting mode or listening mode and letting it eat away at your confidence, you'll stay absolutely stuck. Absolutely stuck. So I reckon what you have to do is we have to actually, instead of letting the haters win, we have to actually go, oh, I wonder what the lesson from this hater could be. Now, I could be living in a world of positive delusion here, but this is how I cope with it. This is what I do. I choose to take action in a number of ways. The first thing is I get curious about them. I literally detach myself from the comment that they've said. I have a little giggle to myself, and I ask myself, oh, I wonder what's really going on for you. And it's literally a silly conversation I'm having in my head where I'm literally going, oh, I wonder what's going on for you, that you feel it's okay to post that negative thing about somebody that you don't really know. I'm wondering what's going on your head. All I'm doing psychologically is just removing myself from the emotion attached to that comment. So I actually very quickly detach myself from them. Now I'm probably inviting, because I'm saying this, a whole heap of people to now just get horrible about me online. So please don't. That's not what I'm asking here. Please be nice to me, because even though I'm detaching myself from that, it's really not nice. We don't like it. I remember probably about 15 years ago, maybe even longer. I was interviewed by Marie Claire. Marie Claire were running an article back when it was all in print around women having it all. And at the time, I was group marketing director at Oraton Group. At the time, my kids were little. So my youngest, I think he must have only been about 18 months. So they were really little, and I've got 3 kids. And I had to keep a diary for a week. And it culminated in this wonderful photo shoot. And you can Google it. You can Google Janine Garner, Marie Claire. You'll see it. And there's this beautiful photo shoot of me looking sort of very 80s professional. Taya, my daughter, is sat there with a little cupcake looking really cute. Carter's like on the desk, sat in front of a computer. And Flynn's looking like he should be a grown-up, even though he's probably only about 7. And the article was great, and I was being really honest, sharing the life of me for a week, which, let's be honest, was mental with 3 young children. And I can remember stupidly, probably about a week after it published, deciding to go online to see what the comments were. And my husband had said, "Don't do it, Janine. Don't do it. Whatever you do, don't do it." But I did. And I read these comments, and it started off really well. It started off awesome. And then it started happening. Who does she think she is? She's probably got so much care, people helping her. She's probably got multiple nannies. Of course, she's doing this because of this, and this. All of these stories made up, right? And none of it was true, because we had no care help. We had no care. We had no family around. It was literally the 5 of us doing our best to hold down, me and Jace holding down full-time jobs, and the kids being totally institutionalized by rushing in at opening time of daycare, leaving as late as they could, and life was just mental. But of course, I listened to it. It was awful. Maybe that's where I first learned to go, Janine, stop listening to it. Just ignore it. They're going to make comments, but just ignore it. So going back to them, I reckon you've actually got to try and disassociate yourself from the comment. But here's where the real lesson is, right? Here's the real lesson. I reckon you've got to take a moment to go and think about yourself and ask yourself, oh, what has triggered me here? What has really triggered me here about this comment, about this statement, about the fact that someone has said that about me? Because I reckon if you can start identifying the trigger, that's where the huge learning happened. So this is what I did with this team member of mine. We started exploring. Of course, I listened to the initial rant and frustration and anger. But then it was about delving deep and go, what's really going on here? What's triggered you here? What's this really about? What button have they pushed that is really affecting you? Is it to do with ego? Is it to do with your fear of judgment? Is it to do with the fact that you've put something out there on social media, or you've said something in a meeting that actually you didn't really believe in, you didn't have conviction around? Is it that suddenly you're feeling out of control? Like, what is it? What is it? So there's always going to be something related to either your ego, to either your sense of being in control, or just the sheer fact that suddenly one person doesn't quite like you. And what became apparent for this team member of mine is when we delved deep, the learning was the fact that for so long, particularly as a child, she'd been told not to have an opinion. Every time she voiced her opinion, it was shut down. And so this example for her was she'd been brave enough to voice her opinion, albeit on a social platform, but then the hater had come in and done the equivalent of shutting her down. So it was nothing to do with the statement. It was actually nothing to do with the hater. It's actually to do with understanding what that trigger is. So I think the lesson from the hater, if you're brave enough, is to get curious about actually what is it that has triggered you in that place. So we're talking, for those of you that are just joining me online right now, hopefully you can listen back. I'm talking about the lessons from the haters, those people that appear out of the woodworks as your success increases. And your success could be measured in lifestyle, your family, financially, your career, your business, whatever it is. As your success grows, people appear out of the woodworks that are essentially come across as haters. They don't like you. And I referenced some work in my book, It's Who You Know. So here's the thing. I want you to think about when this happens, what has triggered you and why has it triggered you? And then you got to decide what to do. You got to decide what to do next. Now, for me, this is just my strategy. I believe those of you that know me, that follow me for a while, know that I'm full of energy, know that I'm all about serving my clients, know that I'm doing whatever I can to help other people unleash their brilliance, to build the business of their dreams, to live, win at life and win at work. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so there's only so much energy, and I'm choosing to surround myself with people that are positive, with people that are big dreamers, with people that are visionary, with people that are go-getters, not people that make excuses. And so as part of that, I always make a decision about wiping those people, wiping those comments out of my periphery. It's like what I don't see, I can't read. So my action is always delete. Delete, 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 not interested, block, who cares? If that's what you feel, I'm going to let you go with love, but I'm not going to buy into it. I reset my boundaries, and I'm always curious about what has it triggered in me so that I can learn from it, because with the learning in my head, I can say, thank you for the lesson. And so that's what it does for me. So I hope that helped, because here's the thing, there are always going to be haters that appear. If you listen to any of the incredible online influencers, they all say, you know, you're doing something when the haters do appear. The key thing is staying consistent, delivering with conviction, because the people that love you will be there irrespective. The people that are judging you for how you look, what you're saying, or how you're saying, quite frankly, they're not your people anyway. And in this world of 8 billion people, we can't keep everyone happy. As a beautiful friend of mine, Erica Kramer, I've known her for about 5 years. She's been on my podcast. She is the queen of confidence. If you get a chance, listen into her podcast, watch her on Instagram. She is a sassy American F-bomb dropping, absolute confidence queen. Her passion, her conviction is there. And as she said, there are people that don't like her because of how she speaks. But so what? She is on a mission. And you know what? That conviction is working. She has just hit 1 million downloads of her podcast. So she's found her niche out of the 8 billion people on the planet. So again, the reality is it needs to be you. You need to have the conviction. You need to keep going. And when the haters appear, don't listen. Don't fight them. Take a moment to get curious and have a little giggle at yourself about, oh, I wonder what's going on for them to be brave enough to do that. But most importantly, go, what is the lesson for me from this? What is the trigger? What has it triggered in me that I am feeling this itchy jacket piece, this thing going on? Has it the trigger of my ego? Is it the trigger of being out of control? Is it the trigger of being shut down? Is it the trigger of being judged? It is the trigger of my own self-doubt. Whatever it is, identify the trigger, own the trigger, thank in your head the hater for the learning, and then it's up to you to decide what you do next. And if you want to follow the Janine rule, what I do is I'm managing the energy around me. And so as far as I'm concerned, those people get disappeared. And as far as I'm concerned, good on them, but I'd much rather hang out with people that are awesome. Hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you, Adam. Oh, you are gorgeous. You are already a winner for having an idea and going for it. You're already ahead of others who don't try. Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you're loving this, I'm going to be live streaming quite regularly every single week, probably around 9:30 most mornings. If I can, they'll get more and more frequently. These sessions are also loaded up to YouTube. So make sure you follow me over there because I keep loading extra stuff up to YouTube. And for any of you that are curious about sharing business skills and connecting with other awesome people, a private group that isn't full of haters, come and jump over to my private Facebook group and I will see you there. Wonderful to see you. Elaine, thank you so much. Great to see you, Jack, if you are online. As I said, any of you that are watching this Subsequently, not live, please message. Make sure you tag me because I'll then be able to message you back. Curious to hear what you think. LinkedIn user, sorry I can't see your name. Love the thanking of the hater. Release with love and don't let them take up space in your brain. Thank you for that addition. Hey, have an awesome day today. Lovely to see you, Sheetal. Fabulous. Loads of people online this morning. Lovely to see you all. Have a truly awesome day. And I will catch up with you later in the week. See you later. Wow, lots of people.